Let me see if it is working properly, if it is going on live or not. I just want to check. Well, it looks like maybe the sound is not. Moderierter chat dazu bei, dass alle Teilnehmer sich wohlfühlen mit diesem Maßnahmen sorgt dafür, dass der Live-Chat für dich und deine Zuschauer angenehm verläuft. Teilnehmer auswählen, Zeit verzögern, zögern zwischen Nachrichten festlegen, Nutzer ausblenden oder vorübergehend blockieren, zur Überprüfung zurückgehaltene Nachrichten verwalten, Moderatoren zu deinem Kanal hinzufügen. Lesen. Appreciate, danke dir. Well, it sounds good. Ich meine, ja, also there is a homework. Well, in this moment, in this semester, there is a subject or a module that that how you say the international management has uh, its name is international management. So yeah, I just wanna check this phone here. Let me plug it in, kind of low battery. What else? What else should I say, man? Uh, yeah, bro, bro. Honestly, man, I just got a new that broke my heart. So, damn, bro. What I did, bro? What I just did? I was like turning up the volume, but I wanted to do it on my phone, but I was on the laptop, so it was like, don't you see? Anyway, uh, let's do what we're gonna do. When Sean, then Sean, guys do. So I got a homework, as I said before. Basically, it is about reading reading this material, reading this. I would say like it is the first time that I catch this kind of info. So let's break a leg. Uh, oh man, honestly, it would be like my second laptop monitor. So yep, let's do it. Basically, I've done this. Well, no, basically there are like two chapters. Well, based on what I can see. I mean, like I love reading. I love reading, and it's too hard. But what I find sometimes difficult, it is like catching or getting understanding some words. They are really new to me. They are like using on business context or geopolitical context. So yeah. So it is the content chapter one, chapter two, and based on what I research here, basically on what I just found out. Appendix means like added information, like complementary. So let's do it. By the way, it is like a working group. So my partner, uh, well, I mean, like she hasn't told me something, but I want to delegate. I want to split split up the work, this reading, this PDF, this lecture, into two. So two, you know what I mean? I would like to read chapter one. So that is what we are gonna do, and if we want to, we have time, we can read from page 43 to the end of the notes, which is the page 70. So 70. So yeah. Um, so what we're going to read basically is about we're going to read the world in 2025, the path to 2027, geopolitical recession, supercharged economic tensions, technology and polarization. So what we can see here in this moment, let me show you guys. As I mentioned before, chapter one, I am on charge of it. So for me, chapter one, well, based on what I basically I have, I mean, like I have been reading this since yesterday. I love it. I really love this subject, international management. I mean, like it allows me to look forward, look beyond. So I don't know if that is another phrasal verb to say like expand my horizon, or horizon. Let me check. Horizon there. Horizon.
Horizon. Horizon.
Sorry, not sorry.
Horizon. Horizon.
Horizon. I like it is like horizon, Anyway, so chapter one explores current or immediate term, of course, in 2025, and 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 short and and short to medium term to 2027 risk. So the report considers not only the survey findings and a range of implications, but also provides six in-depth analysis of selected risk themes. Well, first, this one, how do you say this?
Analyses.
Analysis. And then this themes.
Themes.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 in-depth analysis of selected risk theme. I would say these ones are the 6 in-depth analysis of selected risk themes, themes like the world in 2025, the path to 2027, geopolitical recession, supercharged economic tensions, technology and polarization. What I read about, for example, on this one, the world in 2025, it is basically how the international relationships in these moments are, also what is taking place on the world in this moment. Let's say the world between Ukraine, mm, Ukraine,
Ukraine.
Ukraine,
Ukraine.
Ukraine, and Russia. So Ukraine is really important if we talk about geo and geography. It is really important, and also their how do you say this? their uh, what they have, like the benefits they have on on their territory. You know what I mean? Like, for example, gas, oil. So that is totally accurate. That is why, like, also because of Russia, what I read before is like Ukraine was part before of the of Russia, let's say, and then a person, a man say like, hey, you guys could say to Ukraine, hey, you guys can be independent, and that is why Ukraine, uh, uh, how you say this? I mean like that is why they are not together, like Ukraine and Russia, because of this man said, "Hey, you can be independent." That is why, but that happened few years ago, you know. So in this moment, like Putin say, like, "Hell no, I don't want Ukraine be independent. I want to take it as it was before." So that is why. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. Russia is so big, bro. It's so big. I don't know why Russia or Putin wants to get once again Ukraine. Honestly, I would say because of geopolitics. Honestly, geography, benefits. Yeah, that is what is well, that is what we can explore in this chapter one. We can we will explore current or immediate term and short to medium term risk. So let's do it. It is what I have been doing, you know. The current geopolitical climate following Russia's invasion.
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 Invasion. Appreciated. Invasion of Ukraine and with wars raging in the Middle East and in Sudan make it nearly impossible not to think about such events when assessing the that one global risk expect to present a material crisis. I would say people say crisis, right? Oh,
Crisis.
crisis, yeah, crisis, no crisis, crisis. Um, in 2025, close to one quarter of survey respondents, 23%. This one, 23% belongs to this. Let me show you. Yeah. Um, which is the state, okay, here. Select state-based armed conflict. For example, proxy wars, civil wars, coups, coups.
Coups.
Coups,
Coups.
coups. Terrorism, etc. as the top risk for 2025. Hey, that's accurate. That is totally true. I mean, like state-based armed conflict, and then comes the extreme weather events, and then come the economic confrontation, and then the misinformation and disinformation. So societal polarization.
Societal. Societal.
Societal,
Societal.
societal, polarization, economic downturn, critical change to Earth systems, and also the lack of economic opportunity or unemployment, erosion or erosion. I would say erosion, you know, because of sometimes in English, sometimes e at the beginning sounds like as I speak Spanish, for me it is like you know, but as it is English, e.
erosion,
Hey,
erosion,
erosion, man.
erosion, erosion.
Erosion. So I love this, bro. I love this. Honestly, I love this. Erosion of human rights and or civic freedoms, inequality, involuntary inequality. Let me check. Inequality. Yes.
Inequality,
Inequality,
inequality.
involuntary migration or displacement, involuntary, right? Involuntary or involuntary. Involuntary, I would say involuntary.
Involuntary,
Involuntary. Um, Involuntary migration or displacement, natural resources, shortages, right?
shortages,
Shortages,
shortages.
shortages. So involuntary migration or displacement, natural resources shortages, um, natural resources. Those were the words that I want to say before. Why Ukraine is so important because of its natural resources, you know? Oh man, I love this. And then comes the adverse outcomes of AI technologies, and then cyber espionage. So yeah,
Espionage,
espionage,
espionage.
espionage, um, cyber espionage and warfare. Call up to the modern warfare, crime and illicit economic activity. As I said before, and warfare, crime and illicit economic activity, biodiversity loss, and ecology, ecosystem. I guess eco
Ecosystem,
ecosystem. So bio crime and illicit economic activity, biodiversity, and ecosystem. I don't know if I say before economic, why say ecosystem? Duh, bro. Ecosystem collapse, concentration of strategic resources and technologies, disruptions to a systemically important supply chain, asset bubble burst. Honestly, I don't know what it means. So let's find it out. Asset bubble burst. Asset bubble burst. Estallé la burbuja activa. Okay, okay, okay. Asset bubble burst. Asset. Okay. Um, and then comes what it comes? A decline in health and well-being, biological, chemical, 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 chemical,
chemical,
chemical,
chemical.
chemical, um, chemical or nuclear weapons or hazards, debt, disruptions to critical infrastructure, infectious diseases, interstate violence, insufficient public infrastructure and social protections, inflation, inflation, inflation,
Inflation,
inflation,
inflation.
inflation, pollution, online harms, censorship and surveillance, I guess, surveillance,
surveillance,
surveillance, surveillance, non-weather related natural disasters, talent and or labor shortages, adverse outcomes of frontier technologies. So, based on this source, which is the World Economic Forum, global risks, um, the, the reason of the colors, we can find it here, on the risk categories. Economic for the blue one, environmental the green one, the geopolitical the yellow one, societal the red one, and then come the technological, which is the purple one. So yeah. I didn't mention I didn't mention that. For me it is like purple also. Okay. Got it. So yeah. Taking hold in national security consideration and highlights the worsening humanitarian impacts on the ongoing conflict, the risk of further destabilizing consequences following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, as well as in the Middle East and in Sudan, are likely to be amplifying respondents' concern beyond 2025 as well. In the 2 year outlook, a state-based armed conflict has moved up from number 5 to number 3 since our GRPS 2023-24. Bro, the world is crazy. It's mad in this moment. So section 1.4, yeah, supercharged economic tensions. Oh man, basically what they gave me, I guess, um, it is like overview of methodology, you know. So amazing. I love this. Deepening geopolitical and geoeconomic tensions, bro. So, section 1.4, Supercharged Economic Tensions, explores how global geoeconomic tensions could unfold. The rise in the 2 year ranking of economic confrontation from number 14 last year to number 9. Geoeconomic confrontation, bro, it is heating up, it is hot. Um, today reflects uneasy about the path ahead for global economic relations. The role of technology in geopolitical tensions are also concerned respondents with cyber espionage. I forgot how to say this word, sorry.
espionage,
Espionage, espionage, cyber espionage, and warfare. I want to say it in the right way.
warfare,
Warfare, cyber espionage and warfare ranked number 5 in the 2 year outlook. Let's say what two number 2 year outlook. I can believe that honestly.
2 year outlook,
2 year outlook. Um, sorry. By the way, I need water. Water, 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 water. However, the top risk in 2027 is misinformation and disinformation for the second year in a row. There are many ways in which a proliferation of false or misleading content is complicating the geopolitical environment. Sorry. environment. It is a leading mechanism for foreign entities to affect voter intentions. Voter, voter intentions. It can sow doubt among the general public worldwide about what is happening in conflict zones. Totally accurate, totally true, bro. It can sow doubt. It can sow doubt.
It can sow doubt among the general public worldwide about what is happening in conflict zones.
You see? Sorry. Or it can be used to tarnish the image
Image.
image
Image.
image image to tarnish it can in conflict on what is happening, or it can be used to tarnish over empañar, manchar,
Tarnish.
tarnish,
Tarnish.
tarnish,
Tarnish.
tarnish. So, or it can be used to tarnish the image of products or services from another country. Image, to tarnish the image, to tarnish, to tarnish the image, to tarnish the image,
To tarnish the image.
to tarnish the image,
To tarnish the image.
the image. A growing sense of societal fragmentation. Societal fractures are central to the overall risks landscape, as shown in the risk interconnections map. Inequality, wealth, for example, wealth income, is is perceived as the most central risk of all, playing a significant role in both triggering and being influenced by other risks. It is contributing it is contributing to weakening trust and diminishing. Bro, I need to I need something for my throat, honestly, bro. Yeah,
Diminishing.
diminishing,
Diminishing.
diminishing. Um, Okay, perceive the most central risk of all, playing a significant role in both triggering and being influenced by other risks. It is contributing to weakening trust and diminishing our collective sense of shared values, as well as inequality. Other societal risks also feature in the top 10 of the 2-year ranking. Societal, right? Societal. Polarization.
Societal.
Societal polarization, involuntary migration, migration. Miami migration.
Migration.
Eh, um, yeah. Involuntary migration or displacement and erosion. Uh, erosion.
Erosion.
Erosion of human rights, and or civic freedoms. The importance ascribed to this set of societal risks by respondents suggests that social stability will be fragile. Uh, fragile, no, able, fragile,
Fragile.
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 Oh man. The importance ascribe to this set of societal risk by respondents suggests that society social stability will be fragile, 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 will be fragile over the next 2 years. Respondent concern around certain key economic risks, economic downturn and inflation has subsided, I guess subsided, right? Subsided,
Subsided.
subsided,
Subsided.
subsided. Um, subsided uh, since last year, with these two risks witnessing the largest falls in the 2 year ranking. Nonetheless, nonetheless, uh, nonetheless,
Nonetheless.
nonetheless, the impact of the cost of living crisis since 2022 contributed to inequality becoming the top interconnected risk this year. The risk this year. Economic economic downturn, inflation, and debt were select among the top causes of inequality by GRPS respondents. Although there are fewer societal risks in the top 10 of the 10-year risk ranking than in the top 10 of the 2 year risk ranking. Two compared to four. The profound societal factors that feature prominently in this report should not be perceived as solely short-term risks. Looking ahead to the next decade, inequality and societal polarization
Societal.
continue to feature among the top 10 risks. This is an important pair of risks to watch given how related they can be to bouts, about bouts, no?
Bouts.
Yeah, bouts of social instability and in turn to domestic political and to geostrategic volatility. Yo creo que se dice así.
Volatility. Volatility.
Volatility. Um, in super aging societies such as Japan, South Korea, Italy, or Germany, and favor on
Unfavorable.
unfavorable,
Unfavorable.
unfavorable,
Unfavorable.
unfavorable demographic trends could accentuate these risks over the next 10 years. Pensions, penthouse pensions, crisis and labor shortages in the long-term care sector are likely to become acute and widespread problem in super aging societies with no easy fix for governments. Well, this section it belongs to my partner, so she will explain this. Super aging societies explores this risk team. Oh man, I just forgot.
Theme.
Theme: environmental risk from long-term concern to urgent reality. The impact of environmental risks have worsened in intensity and frequency since the Global Risks Report was launched in 2006, as discussed in depth in section 2.6, looking back 20 years of the Global Risks Report. Moreover, the outlook for environmental risks over the next decade is alarming. While all 23 risks in the GRPS are expected to worsen in severity, from the 2-year to the 10-year time horizon, environmental risks present the most significant deterioration. Determine deterioration. Sorry, not sorry.
Deterioration.
Deterioration.
Deterioration. Deterioration. Deterioration.
Det
Deterioration.
deterioration. Oh man. Deterioration. Extreme weather events are anticipated to become even more of a concern than they already are, with this risk being top ranked in the 10-year risk list for the second year running. Biodiversity loss and ecosystem collapse ranks number 2 over the 10-year horizon, with a significant deterioration compared to its 2-year ranking. The GRPS shows generational di divergence divergence
Divergence.
um, when it comes to risk perceptions related to environmental issues, with younger survey respondents being more concerned about this over the next 10 years than older age groups. Take pollution, for example, which the under 30s ranked as the number 3 most severe risk in 2035, as the number 3 in 2035, bro. So that is like on that around the next corner, you know. We must take care of it, and we must work on the sustainable um on sustainability, you know. So the highest of any age group survey. As noted in last year's Global Risk Report, there is also divergence in how pollution is ranked by stakeholder, with the public sector placing pollution, right? I mean, like I already say pollution, but I just want to confirm.
Pollution.
Pollution,
Pollution.
pollution. Um, is run by a stakeholder with the public sector placing pollution as a top 10 risk in the 10-year ranking, but not the private sector. So aims to fill awareness gaps by exploring under appreciated pollutant risks that need to become more prominent in policy agendas by 2035. And ideal, that is ideally, give me ideally, right?
Ideally.
Ideally, um, much sooner given their significant impact on health and ecosystems. Technological risk still under the radar.
Radar.
Radar. Bro, I'm so wrong sometimes. Anyway, under the radar. In a year that has seen considerable experimentation by companies and individuals in making the best use of AI tools, concerns about adverse outcomes of AI technologies are low in the risk ranking. Are low in the risk ranking on a two. I will appreciate if you guys allow me just 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute. I need to another person to. Schon gemacht. No, honestamente, no es de mi interés. Okay, let's keep working on it. Dios. So, are low in the risk ranking on a 2 year outlook. However, complacency,
Com- complacency.
complacency, um, around the risk of such technologies should be avoided given the fast-paced nature of change in the field of AI and its increasing ubiquity, ubiquity. I mean, like you guys say like church or church. So
Ubiquity.
ubiquity,
Ubiquity. Ubiquity. Ubiquity.
ubiquity, ubiquity, ubiquity. Indeed, so, given the fast-paced nature of change in the field of AI and its increasing ubiquity, indeed, adverse outcomes of AI technologies is one of the risks that climbs the most in the 10-year risk ranking compared to the 2-year risk ranking. In this report, we highlight the role of generative AI in producing. Sorry, I'm doing something here. I love this, bro. Okay, so section 1.5, technology and polarization, explore this and the broader risks from greater connectivity, rapid growth in computing power, and more powerful AI tools. So it is really important. In this report, we highlight the role of generative AI in producing for all misleading Okay, okay. I would say I would here 1.5, which I don't still have, but I need it because of 1.4 supercharged economic tension. Super what? Bro. Supercharged economic tensions. And then comes uh, technology and polarization. And I can hear this copy pasted. So in this report, we highlight the role of generative AI in producing false or misleading content at scale and how that relates to societal polarization. This section explore this and the broader risk from greater connectivity, rapid, rap, rap, rapid, rapid, no,
Rapid.
rapid growth in computing power and more powerful AI tools. Among the areas experiencing the most rapid technological advances is the biotech sector. Section 2.4, Losing Control of Biotech, takes takes an in-depth look at emerging risks in biotech supercharged by AI over a 10-year time horizon. Low probability, high impact risks exist, including intrastate violence from biological terrorism and adverse outcomes of frontier technologies involving accidental or malicious misuse, malicious, malicious, malicious,
Malicious.
malicious,
Malicious.
malicious, malicious misuse of gene editing technologies or even of brain-computer interfaces. At the same time, such risks do not bro, diminish the tremendous actual and potential progress for humankind stemming from biotech. Stemming. I'm kidding, bro.
Stemming.
Stemming,
Stemming.
stemming, stemming, bro. From biotech. So the time to act is now. Is consensus possible in a fragmenting world? Consensus. Sorry.
Consensus.
Consensus.
Consensus. Consensus.
Con
Consensus.
consensus. Consensus. Consensus. Is consensus possible in a fragmenting world? Deepening divisions.
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 Divisions. Divisions.
Divisions. Deepening divisions and increasing fragmentation are are reshaping international relations and calling into question whether existing structures are equipped to tackle to tackle the challenges collectively confronting us. Levels, levels, levels. of global cooperation across many areas of geopolitics and humanitarian, vegetarian, humanitarian. So I guess so, humanitarian,
Humanitarian. Humanitarian.
humanitarian, humanitarian, humanitarian issues, economic relations, and environmental, societal, and technological challenges may reach new lows in the coming years. Key countries appear to be turning inward, focusing on mounting domestic economic or societal concerns, just when they should be seeking to strengthen multilateral
Multilateral. Multilateral.
multilateral,
Multilateral. Multilateral. Multilateral.
multilateral, 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 multilateral. Economic relations and environmental, societal, and technological challenges may reach new lows in the coming years. Cooperation across many areas of geopolitics and humanitarian issues, the economic relations and environmental, societal, and technological challenges may reach new lows in the coming years. Key countries appear to be turning inward, focusing on mounting those domestic economic or societal concerns, just when they should be seeking to strengthen a multilateral ties to confront shared challenges. When asked about the characteristics of the global political outlook over the next decade, 64% of GRPS respondents believe that we will face a multipolar or fragment order in which middle and great powers contest, set and enforce regional rules and norms. Perceptions in response to this question have changed little compared to last year. The Western led global order is expected to continue its decline over the next decade, but will nonetheless remain an important locus of power. Um, locus. I mean, like if you want to learn Spanish, I truly recommend you find I mean, like you this write this word down, which is the locus in English, and then write it backwards, backward. I mean, like escribirlo al revés. Writing backwards. So I mean, like that would be like SUCOL, but nah. So I recommended write it like in Spanish would be like CULOS. So you will catch this word. Locus of power. Yeah, locus of power. Sorry, not sorry. Alternative alternative power centers. Cen-
Centers. Centers.
Centers, bruh. Trust on me. Trust on myself. Um, Centers are likely to strengthen, not just led by China, but also by key emerging powers, including India and the Gulf states. Gulf state.
Pivotal. Pivotal. Pivotal.
Pivotal. Pivotal. Bro, I'm lagging. So sorry if you see that I'm frozen. I'm just lagging. Um, Gulf state dedicate a held with pivotal as leaders will be confront um as leaders will be confronted with increasingly complex global risks. But to prevent a spiral, uh, downward spiral, downward spiral.
Downward spiral. Downward spiral.
Boy, a downward spiral, downward spiral. Here we are once again, bro. Page like hot dog. Hot dog. Whoa. Oh, I would say like I need to eat, So, what should I do, man? I don't know what should I do, bro. Honestly, I don't know what should I do. Let me see something. I don't have here the time. Yeah, I mean, like it's like almost an hour, and I've done nothing. So, well, gonna be honest, I will eat and then continue. Only reading, I mean, like I have only read this, I mean, like, and I need to check all this info. Anyway, I will give you like a survey. So in the part number 1 point, the first point in the world in 2025, as I mentioned before, they talk about the state-based armed conflict, extreme weather events, geoeconomic confrontation, societal polarization, economic downturn, critical change to Earth systems, lack of economic opportunity or unemployment, erosion of human rights and or civic freedoms, inequality, yeah. So let's see that, for example, a state-based armed conflict, the current geopolitical climate following Russia's invasion of Ukraine and with wars raging in the Middle East and in Sudan, makes it nearly impossible not to think about such events when assessing that one global risk expected to present a material crisis in 2025. Close to one quarter of survey respondents, which is 22%. So selected state-based armed conflict brings, for example, proxy wars, civil wars, coups, terrorism, etc. as the top. So it is uh, ranked as the top risk for 2025. Uh, when we bring this topic up, which is the extreme weather events, we talk about, let's say that it is a key concern for the year ahead, with 14% of respondents, what you guys can see here, extreme weather events, with 14% of respondents selecting it. The burden of climate change is becoming more evident every year as current risk landscape pollution from continued use of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas leads to more frequent and severe extreme weather events. Heat wave across parts of Asia, flooding in Brazil, Indonesia, and parts of Europe, wildfires in Canada, and hurricanes Helene and Milton in the United States are just some recent examples of such events. And then comes the topic geoeconomic confrontation. So it is associated with sanctions, tariff, investment screening, ranking number three, which is also driven by inequality, societal polarization, and other factors. Well, I need to find out more info about the misinformation and disinformation. I would say like it is linked up to the AI, because well, let me see if we can find it here later. It is connected exactly to the point 1.2, which is the path to 2027, because of AI. In short words, misinformation and disinformation is because of AI and how real AI made by AI can be real as oh man. So people must put an eye on it, Yeah, I mean, like it is a really important topic. And then that is on the misinformation and disinformation topic. And then comes the societal polarization. Here, it is like a sense of increasingly fragmented societies is reflected by four of the top 10 risks expected to present a material crisis in 2025, being societal in nature. Societal polarization, 6% of respondents. Well, that is because of, uh, I mean, like, by four of the top 10 risks expected. So, state-based armed conflicts, extreme weather events, economic confrontation, and misinformation and disinformation. So, yeah. And then the economic downturn, what I read, it is because of recession and stagnation. So we will find out, or we will look into it, like we will um, make a research. We will, I mean, like we will Google it, so no worries about it. And then comes the critical change to Earth systems, and then the lack of economic opportunity or unemployment, and then the erosion of human rights and or civic freedoms, and finally the inequality. All this on the module or on the part 1.1, the world in 2025, and then comes the 1.2, the path to 27, and then the 1.3, which is the geopolitical recession, 1.4, supercharged economic tension, and then and finally the 1.5, technology and polarization. All these topics are connected, as you guys can see, so it is not so hard to get, it is not so hard to understand, So see you in a few minutes, I guess. Or yeah, that is my commitment.